Now to the nation's capital, where the federal government has started the distribution of additional 1,200 compressed natural gas conversion kits in 5 states and the nation's capital, Abuja. This is according to the Chief Executive Officer of the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative. And Helen Osamede has details.
In response to the different protests against hardship caused by some necessary economic reforms, especially the removal of fuel subsidy, President Tinubu directed that there should be 1 million conversion kits available for free to the commercial sector and discounts for the ride-share industries. This is to push down the transportation cost across the country. In response to this order, the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative has started a distribution of conversion kits across different conversion centers.
The President, through his initiative, is providing this quite expensive product upfront. Normally, what will be costing almost 1.2 million naira to our motorists, providing it for free. And the reason why this is very important is so that these vehicles can begin to run on natural gas. And then you can stop being dependent on the use of petrol, which is expensive. And I keep saying it's bankrupting this country.
At a visit to some of the conversion centers implementing the program on behalf of the PCNGI in Abuja, the director of the initiative explained the impact of the free conversion.
To combat ECA, you know, we have 6 blocks, we have 4 blocks, we have 8 blocks. So every type of car has its own price. Yes.
It is those prices.
Yes. Like 4 block, we used to combine 1,159,200. Like 4 block with 55 liter, and we have 4 block with 75, which is 1,200,000. Like 6 block, we have 1,300,000.
This move is part of efforts by the government to fast-track the transition for petrol and diesel-powered vehicles. Helen Osamede, TVC News, Abuja.
We'll return to the nation's capital in just a moment. We are back here in Lagos, where residents of Aoru and Okaba communities have reportedly been forced to leave their settlements amid allegations that armed men stormed the area and set it on fire. Let's bring in Esther Mokbariola. She's standing by to give more perspective on this developing report. Esther, what's the latest you can tell us at this moment? What have you been able to gather? Esther, if you can hear me, I'm asking you to give us updates on this development.
Give you more insights on this situation as I am here right now with residents of Aoru community. As earlier on, you saw a little bit of the chaos behind me because the residents here were not allowed to speak to me on camera because here are telling them to leave. Right now, I am in the front of governor's office in Alausa. They came to make their complaints known to the government, saying that they were forcefully evicted out of their homes without any notice, without any warning. So they are asking that the government looks into this matter because, according to them, the community that was demolished, according to Kai, it said that remove the infractions and not demolished. It was that most of these communities were close to Okobaba. If you remember, just early this weekend, Okobaba sawmill was, engulfed in fire, and so the community, so the residents, or rather the state authorities, visited the community earlier on yesterday to demolish part of the Okobaba. So a part of it is when they now infracted, they went into Aoru. Aoru is very close to Okobaba, and so from there they were able to take down some structures which, according to Kai officials, say that those structures are illegal. They are more or less infractions. So the residents of Aoru community came here to lay their complaints to the state government, and the state government assured them that they will look into the situation at the moment. So I'm trying to get residents of the community to speak to me, but they are refused because, according to them, they are not allowed to speak to us on camera right here in the premises or close to the governor's office. So they are asking that I follow them to their community in Aoru to see things for myself to see things on camera, how things are for them, how destroyed or how devastated they are. You know, according to them, their homes have demolished. They don't have anywhere to stay. So the situation is really dire for most of the residents in Ayutthaya at the moment.
All right, thank you so much, Esther, for that update. I'm sure we'll get a more update from you as you visit the community. Esther Mokbarela giving us update there on the situation in Aoru and Okaba communities. All right, we're back to the nation's capital, where the Minister of Interior, Lubumi Tunji Ojo, says the federal government will soon commence the Central Citizens Integrity Authority system. He said this at the 6th edition of the National Day of Identity held in Abuja with the theme, Digital Public Infrastructure, Enabling Access to Services. Celestine Nairia reports.
With the federal government investment in social and palliative programs to cushion the impact of the ongoing economic reforms on citizens, especially in the most vulnerable members of the society, digital public infrastructure, DPI, is most important to support government's initiative. Anchored on 3 key areas: identification, data exchange and payments, and with the National Identity Management Commission, at the core of providing fundamental identity to all citizens and legal residents in Nigeria. NIMC has developed a way for individuals to identify who they are and authenticate themselves when accessing public services and buildings in Nigeria. Speaking at this event, the Minister of Interior highlights the gains in ending identity proliferation.
We will, as Ministry of Interior, be working with NIMC. We'll be coming up with what we call the CIDAS. I've spoken with Bisoye about it, which is the centralized citizens integrity and document authentication system. We want to be sure, wherever you are, if you know you have something fishy about you, please do not carry the identity of a Nigerian. We will get you.
3 attributes: open, interoperability, and standards. DPI has shown to be scalable and encourage innovation, which is seen to accelerate financial inclusion and transform the lives of citizens by addressing challenges of physical distance and documentation, as well as high cost of transactions, which are typically faced by individuals whilst accessing public sector services.
The huge appreciation of Airtel Nigeria and my colleagues in the telecom industry to the government of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for designating telecom infrastructure as critical national infrastructure just this past month of August.
DPI refers to a digital network which is typically built in the public sector that enables country to safely and effectively deliver economic opportunities and social services to citizens and legal residents. Celestina Iria, TVC News, Abuja.
Now to a bit of politics. The Anambra State chapter of the Labour Party has rejected names of candidates published by the State Independent Electoral Commission, insisting they are not members of the party. Speaking with newsmen in Awka, the Emmanuel Eme-led faction of the Labour Party described the publication as illegal and an abuse of the electoral law of Nigeria. They alleged that ANSEC and the Anambra State government intentionally published names of known ABGA members as candidates for the Labour Party. The state leadership of the Labour Party explained that the party is already in court to challenge this move by ANSEC. The party, however, maintained it will not participate in the local government elections scheduled to hold on the 28th of September.
It is really very worrisome, criminally egregious, and outlandishly absurd that Labour Party that sued the Commission never sold nomination forms, nor conducted any primary elections, and never submitted its register, not to mention submission of any list of candidates to ANSEC, was dubiously published and held out to have sponsored candidates for the farcical local government election.
If they want to say that Labour Party sponsored candidates, which you are not accepting, where are the vice chairmanship, the deputy chairmanship of those candidates, as required by Section 27, subsection 1, paragraph C of the Anambra State Electoral Law 2020, their own law. So if their own law says for every chairmanship candidate there must be a deputy, ANSEC proceeded to publish list of, in quote, candidates without deputies.
Away from politics to education, the Student Union Government of Abia State College of Health Sciences, Abia, wants the school management to stay away from the students' account, a situation which they say has made it difficult to access funds to solve pressing challenges. This, among others, were the concerns raised by the students of the college when the Special Assistant to Governor Alex Otti on Student Affairs paid a visit to the school. He was in the school for an on-the-spot assessment of the college and its challenges with a view to reporting back to the governor for proper action.
Following the release of funds, our student union government, we are lacking funds to work. We don't have a standard secretariat. I don't have any office. My office is my room.
All child institutions in Abia State, the management should stay away from the students' accounts, because I believe the students contribute this money for the welfare of the students.
It's not only in front of the college, my essay, so that when it is being reported, it will be wonderful if His Excellency will include more street as part of those areas that will get lights, solar panel. It will be wonderful. It will increase the status of environment as well as increase activities in the college here too.
In support of that the management, in their kindness, look into this situation to ensure that the account of the student union government is independent. My own job as an assistant to His Excellency is to relay the message to him on areas that needs attention, more especially the hostels.